Hello, I'm Jonasz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. In the latest overnight attack on Ukraine, Russian forces launched more than 100 strike drones of various types. According to the Ukrainian Air Force, 22 of those drones hit targets in 12 different locations. In the Odessa region, 5 people were wounded after a massive strike on a port facility and the administrative building of a gas station. The city of Chornomorsk was completely cut off from power following the attack, leaving more than 30,000 consumers in the region without electricity. Further north in Sumy, 3 people were killed and 2 others wounded as Russian forces struck civilian infrastructure during another large-scale assault. On the other side of the front line, Ukrainian drones targeted the Karakurt gas processing plant in the city of Kotovo, in Russia's Volgograd region. A fire broke out on the plant grounds, confirmed by NASA's firm's satellite fire monitoring system. The same system detected another blaze at the Yefimovka oil pumping station, also in the Volgograd region, operated by state-owned company Transneft. The Karakurt plant, part of the Lukoil group, specializes in refining natural and associated petroleum gas and is the largest facility of its kind in southern Russia. Moving to the front line now, Russian forces are attempting to encircle Ukrainian troops south of the Kleban-Byk reservoir in the Turetsk area. Ukrainian analysts report that Russian troops are attacking the dam area in an effort to cut off the remaining Ukrainian defensive positions south of the reservoir. At the same time, the monitoring project Unit Observer notes that Russian units are being redeployed from the Pakrovsk area toward the administrative border of the Dnipro region. Analysts say only 2 full Ukrainian brigades and parts of another remain south of the city, a sign that Russia may be building up forces in the Dnipro and Zaporizhia sectors ahead of a possible new offensive. Drone operators from the Assault Brigade, who specialize in intercepting enemy air targets, have shared unique footage of a so-called fighter drone armed with a device similar to a single-shot shotgun. Similar FPV drones have previously been used against other UAVs, but anti-aircraft variants are extremely rare. This appears to be only the second recorded case of its battlefield use. The main advantage of such a system is the ability to reuse the device. At the same time, the limited number of such videos indicates that there are still certain difficulties and shortcomings involved in this particular tactic. So as you have seen, this was actually a mixture of methods. Some of the drones simply impacted upon the enemy drones, as they usually do. But we evidently had a case of a drone firing at another repeatedly. Now, this was something that was initially, at the very start of the war, actually ridiculed by some experts who said, well, drones fighting other drones, well, this is not going to happen. We're not going to see dogfights between UAVs. Well, a couple of years later, and here we are. Now, moving on. During an operation in the Zaporizhia area, Ukrainian defenders carried out a complex evacuation of civilians from the village of Novokhrikhovka, which is under constant Russian fire. Due to high activity of Russian FPV drones, the use of transport vehicles was impossible. Any movement in open terrain could become a target. For that reason, it was decided to conduct the operation on foot. For 90 minutes, the fighters helped an elderly woman and her grandson make their escape through fields and desolate landscape, communicating only in short bursts on the radio so as not to reveal their positions. Every step required caution. Enemy drones hovered in the air, while unexploded ordnance scattered on the ground threatened to end the journey within seconds. And yet, against all odds, the evacuation was successful. The family was taken to a safe area, where they were provided with medical assistance and temporary shelter. And from above, it just looks like they're walking, like nothing is happening. But imagine being down there, knowing that the enemy could be lurking anywhere. There could be FPVs, there could be, like we said, unexploded ordnance, landmines. So this was really an impressive feat, even though, looking at it from a distance, it seemed so calm. And yet it wasn't, it was anything but. Now, to close out today's episode, we'd like to show you some new footage from action cams worn by Karakurt Colony unit fighters with the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade. Immediately after making it to the area, the troops jumped straight into close quarter combat. Under machine gun fire cover, Ukrainian soldiers suppressed the Russians, throw grenades into enemy dugouts, and gradually advanced through the ruined trenches. FPV drones fly overhead and artillery covers the positions, but the assault continues. As a result, virtually the entire Russian garrison was destroyed, with one soldier surrendering. Ukrainian assault troops not only drove the occupiers out of their hideouts, but also secured the area, creating a new line of defense.
А що ви тут в кучі сидите, пацани?
Там на сидят, у нас с ними контакт.
Правее, лінію беріть! Лінію!
Подавите, забегайте глубже в лес. Как говорил. 60 глубже. Глубже в лес. Начинаем расчистку леса.
Що, Ро?
Двигаемся! Смотрим норы, лёжки, аккуратно! Есть укрытие какое-то? Кто это стреляет? Контакт в лесу, контакт в лесу. Сюда стреляет. Подавляй их, блядь. Подавляй их.
Здавайтесь!
And with this, we conclude this edition of Military Mind. Stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.